my fellow SOCOMers. I would like to begin by thanking you for tuning in to listen to this. I know a lot of times people will save that to the end, rightfully so. I want to thank you right away for tuning in to listening to this because, you really have no reason to, I guess, based on who I am. I'm really nobody in the whole internet space, but I am a SOCOMer, and it's been a long time since we've had our game, and I feel like the best thing for all of us to do is to just continue to talk SOCOM, just like a few of us have been. A lot of us have been carrying the torch. I'm going to give a lot of shout outs during this. Many people in the community have been carrying the torch to keep everybody united and working towards a goal all the time, and obviously the ultimate goal being to get SOCOM back. But there's also a lot of people who have just been following along and following that leadership, and there's as many SOCOMers would probably tell you, there's probably a lot more of us out there who are older at this point now, since our SOCOM playing days, who may not be as connected in social media and whatever reasons it might be. I think we all know there's a lot of SOCOMers out there, even if they're not making their voices heard. They're out there, and we're all out there playing different games and stuff, and we're just waiting for our game to come back. I know there's a lot of us out there, so I feel like if there's even one pair of ears that hears this, it was worth doing, just because the best thing we could do is keep this community together and interacting, and keep waiting for those opportunities to let Sony and whoever else know what we want. And I've already kind of started this video on a long rant, and I haven't even really introduced myself yet, because once again, this is the first time that I'm making a video. So I'll start off by saying that my name on SOCOM was Watching You. That was my main name, and nowadays my online alias tends to be Foozer. So and I have a Twitter account, and I've been participating in the Building the List campaign and all those things like that, and voting for SOCOM 2 and winning that poll, all that. I've been along for that ride. I've been along for H Hour. I've been along for the whole ride of trying to get this game back since Sony shut down the servers. So that's just kind of my persona. If I stick with this and I continue to make videos, there will probably be a rebranding of my online alias and the channel that this will get posted on. So that's a little bit about me and why I'm doing this. And before I move on and talk whatever SOCOM there is to be talked about right now, I want to get back to those shout outs that I was talking about. So I'm going to start with those. Shout out to Big Fry, man. A lot of people know who you are now, and I remember around that time when H Hour was in its infancy, and I was kind of, had just started scouring the internet for any kind of SOCOM news since the servers had been shut down, and that was when I found out about H Hour, and it was just barely too late for me to have found out in time to donate to the H Hour Kickstarter. And I saw those early SOCOM videos you did, man, and I had not seen anybody doing that, or those kind of videos about SOCOM, and that was mainly because I wasn't really looking. I guess I was just kind of waiting, and with the disasters that were SOCOM 4 and Confrontation and the servers getting shut down, I think I was just kind of waiting to see if something happened, and eventually I got that itch, started looking around to see if there's any news, and I caught your videos, man, and I've been following you ever since. I'm a big fan of what you do with the channel and what you've done for SOCOM, and and you're one of those people that have been heading up these social media movements. And along those lines, shout out to Abel, man. I've been checking you out ever since those early SOCOM videos, and trying to host the shows with H Hour and everything, man. I've been following you too, and then I did a write-up in my blog about SOCOM recently, in which I gave a shout out to EQOA Nostalgia, and here's your verbal shout out, man. You were also one of right around the same time as Fry, man. I was catching your videos about how you started getting into SOCOM with your cousin and everything, man. And I feel bad about what happened with your cousin, but that at the same time, those are the coolest stories, man. Those of SOCOM, how they brought us together with our friends and family. So much respect to that. And SOCOM Buck, man, you've interacted with me a few times on Twitter, man, and you're a cool dude, man, and I appreciate your take on SOCOM as well as I would, pretty much any SOCOMers. Shout out to Celerity, man. You might put in more work just dedicated to SOCOM and the community than anybody that I've seen on social media recently. I mean, you're always. I mean, you and Fry, man, are always jumping all over the latest things that are happening with SOCOM, and I know you did a lot of work getting the PS4 community up. So just shout out to all you guys, man, who have been putting in the work. And I know there's a lot of other people out there who've been putting in the work. If I'm forgetting anybody, I'm sorry. Feel free to remind me, man. And especially a shout out to everybody who may not have a podcast or may not be, generating SOCOM content, but that has been there tweeting and doing all that stuff, man. It's great. It's great to see the community trying to do something, and we just won't die, man. We just won't die. It's not in the spirit of SOCOM. We keep coming back. As of my recording this tonight, Vigilant, man, I caught your video that you posted. I know you said that was the first time that I don't know if you meant the first time you've posted a video in general or a video about SOCOM, and you talked a lot about the game and just getting stuff off your chest, and it's just I appreciate that too, man. What I mean, there's guys like Fry who have been doing this for a long time, and Celerity and Abel and all you guys who've been doing this for a long time. Then there's guys like me and you who are getting inspired by that and coming out and trying to make our own videos, and just keeping the SOCOM community unified. And I think it's just a great thing, man. I think if we can inspire even more people to continue to do it and just continue to create this conversation about SOCOM, that one day we can get what we want. Now, more along the lines of the SOCOM itself, getting into that exact stuff. Fry, just I think it was you who was breaking the news to the community with the Sony adding the tags, the SOCOM tag to their channel there. And, that could mean anything. I think we all know that, and I think everybody in the SOCOM community knows to be, at least try to be a little hesitant about things that, like that, Science at SOCOM could be coming back, because we have been through a lot of disappointment, and you don't want to get your hopes up too high and frustrate yourself or anything like that, because the best thing we can do is just be cool and keep talking SOCOM and hope that those things do mean something good. Hopefully that does mean SOCOM is on Sony's mind, The thing is, with the whole building the list thing, I know a lot of people were upset about how Crash won the PS1 category, I believe, and SOCOM won the PS2 category. And now we had the announcement at E3 about Crash coming back. 3 games remastered. I mean, I like Crash, man. As somebody who played PS1 and had a PS1, Crash, I put a lot of hours into Crash. It's a good series, so I appreciate that that's coming back. But what you gotta understand is that, and Shuhei Yoshida said this himself, he knows we want SOCOM because of its online functions. That's why we want it. And Shu knows that, and that's a great thing that he knows that, because that means that he does know what SOCOM has meant to Sony, and he does know what SOCOM did for Sony and for, game battles and Major League Gaming and all that. And he knows that that's the part of SOCOM that we want. Now, what we have to understand about that is that obviously, and I'm no expert on making games or anything like that, but obviously creating an online game is going to take, a hell of a lot greater effort than remastering Crash Bandicoot, especially with as picky as the SOCOM community is, man. We want things a very specific way, and that's a lot of the reason why we just ask for a SOCOM 2 remaster. And even if that's what Shuhei and the rest of Sony want to do, that's going to take time, because they can't just, I don't know, again, I'm no expert, but I feel like porting SOCOM, with those old gen graphics and on these high tech systems, I just don't think that works. I feel like from in some way or another, this is going to have to be from the ground up type of remaster. But they would just have to do that and utilize all the same features of SOCOM. They just have to go back and look at the SOCOM 2 game and look at what the formula and the blueprint was and just rebuild it on these modern gen systems if they want to go the route of a remaster. That's just my opinion. But at the end of the day, that's what we have to understand, is that whether Sony knows the right way to do a SOCOM game or the wrong way to do a SOCOM game right now, whether it's a remaster or a new game, we have to understand that it's going to take some time. And especially, we should want it to take time. Honestly, we should want them to take their time and make it and get it done. And even if, that's why Shuhei says that there's no plans for SOCOM in the near future. I mean, again, like we said, I think Celerity was all over this. The trademark was renewed and all that. I mean, they're not letting it die completely. They may not be doing anything with it, but they're not letting it die. And we should want them to take their time and do it right, man, because, the last, 2 to 3 installations of the game just haven't been what SOCOMers know and love as SOCOM. And if they have to take the time to do it right, if that's what it takes, is them just taking the time to do it right, then I think that's what we should all want. So, again, hopefully it's on their mind. Hopefully it is. Far be it from me to know whether it is or not. Far be it from any of us, really. But that's why I say, at the end of the day, this is all we can do. We can continue to wait and have patience. I don't know, asking the SOCOM community to have faith in Sony is probably going to rub some people the wrong way, but, have some patience, have some faith. Maybe Sony's listening and is going to try to get something done for us and continue to make SOCOM content. That is what we can do, regardless of what's on Sony's mind. We just need to keep generating SOCOM content and, keep the community going. And this is my first video on it, and I can imagine how guys like Fry, EQ, Abel, Celerity, Buck, the list goes on. I can understand how guys like that, who have put in so much time and effort into these movements to make sure our voices are heard by Sony, I can understand how you can get a little burnt out. Honestly, leading this charge, it's at the end of the day, we're all gamers, man. We want to make games, and we want to make our content about games and everything that surrounds them. And to be leading social movements like that, it takes a lot of effort, man. I know that, and I know it does. And I can understand how they get burnt out on it sometimes, but that's why the rest of us need to, help, carry the torch, make some videos and make some content. Again, this is my first one, so a lot of it is just me explaining, who I am within the SOCOM universe and what my thoughts are on some of these things, and just trying to get y'all familiar with me. And again, I've seen some people like Vigilant, man. Like I say, I saw you make your first video, and I think we're gonna see more and more SOCOM start to, content start to come out. Yeah, I mean, we made our push at PSX. We took a nice few month break, probably more than a few months. I mean, we were there, we were present. We still got guys, we still got the SOCOM remastered page, still got the community up. We're all present. But as far as our movement, it's been about a solid 6 months. I think everybody stepped back and took a breath after the things that we accomplished. We accomplished some great things during that movement. Now it's just time to talk SOCOM, man. I've given my position kind of where we are with the update with the trademark and the SOCOM tags on the Sony channel. But from here on out, until there's more news about SOCOM, you're just gonna hear me talking about the game. My experience with it, what I love, what I didn't like, and try to engage the rest of you, the SOCOM community, in that same conversation. I want to hear from you. I want to communicate with you. If this should go up on a YouTube channel that I'll have, and there'll be some stuff on Twitter. I might do some more writing along with the videos, whatever it might be. And in the meantime, that hopefully maybe one day my channel will expand and I can take some influence from some of these guys and that have been leading this charge in the SOCOM community, and I'd like to make some other content. If I'm not going to get a SOCOM, I got to do something else with my gaming time. And I would love to do some of that myself. But I think for now it's just going to start out with me talking SOCOM and talking to you guys, man, because SOCOM was that was it for me, man. That was my game. Uh, I didn't know a lot of people, like, from my schools and stuff like that I went to, that played SOCOM. All my friends and all the people other than one, really, everybody else I met on SOCOM, man. So that's why I will always care about this community and this game, and that's why I'm looking to reach out to you guys and to just create some conversation about it. We'll see if I can't get some of you on board with maybe come on some episodes for me, or we'll do some stuff together. We'll generate some SOCOM content together for everybody, and I would like to see that happen. If not, I'm happy to do it on my own too. And like I say, just engage with the community. I think it's the best thing we can do right now. So before I let my first video go and get too long here, I'm gonna thank you again for listening. Shout out to all the guys that I've been mentioning through this video. I hope you don't see me as trying to like steal your thunder or something like that. I don't want to do that. I'm not trying to become, one of you guys and leading this charge and like trying to. Again, I'm not trying to steal your thunder, step on your toes. I appreciate what you did for the community. You've inspired me a little bit. And I'm going to try and do what I can to help carry the torch. So I appreciate everything you guys have been doing. I appreciate everybody that listens to this video. And again, man, I appreciate you, just the SOCOM community as a whole. Good work with those movements, and let's keep up the good work. Let's keep making content. Let's keep, enjoying everybody else's content. And let's have some good discussions, man. And one more shout out, I can't forget to mention TRS, the guys over there, Luke, and all. I know Luke's not over there anymore. I know Luke's doing some stuff with Rocket League, if I'm not mistaken now. But Rev and all you guys that run TRS, I appreciate you guys doing what you can with those forums and everything to keep the community engaged with each other all these years. I know you guys have put in a lot of work yourselves. I just, I appreciate this whole community, everybody that has been in it and everything. So thanks again, guys, for listening to this video. You can expect some more SOCOM content from me. I'll try to keep everybody updated on how I'm going to be doing this. For there's going to be some kind of a set schedule, if it's going to be a moment of inspiration type thing. I'll keep you all informed. One more shout out Tyzilla. Good luck with the channel, man. I'm gonna be following you. I know I'm expecting good things from you. Hey, anybody that I may have forgot to mention, man. Though there's a lot of us out there. There's a lot of SOCOMers out there. Shout out to all y'all, man. Thanks for checking out the video.